So the topic was how to avoid gaps on a calendar using Pricelabs. So somebody in one of the Facebook groups had posted a very full calendar that had one empty day right in the middle. And there was some back and forth about, gaps and just staying so full. And somebody had asked about gap avoidance. So there's two ways to do it. There's the kind of the lower level way and the upper level way. So the lower level way is right here. So if you want to Google this article, it's called Preventing Gap Creation Using Min-Stay Settings. And it's going to be in your customizations, stay restrictions, and there's this button here in the right corner. It says more advanced options. So when you click that, you're going to get this one. Well, there's like 3 of them, I think, but this one, adjacent day after an unavailable night. So the way it works, it's described here, the adjacent day after an unavailable night. So if you have somebody checking out Monday, the adjacent day after that unavailable night, which would have been Sunday night, is now Monday. So in this example, they have 331-0999-772-0999. So this will make the adjacent day after the unavailable night, which is Sunday night, a 3 by default. Within one night after that available night, so that's Sunday to Monday. So this will make Monday a 3, and that's going to apply within this many nights and this many nights. So it starts, this could happen tomorrow, and it's within 0 night. You can change this depending on how your minimum stay settings are set up. You can add, more rows here if you want 2 within 0 and 7, and then 3 within 7 and 21, and then 4 within 22 and whatever, right? So that's going to be within the first day. So that'll be the Monday. And then the second line is within 2 nights. So this will be the Tuesday night. So in this example, they have a 7. So if somebody wants to check in on Tuesday, they have to stay for 7 days, right? But if they want to check in Monday, which will leave no gaps, they can stay for 3 days or more. So the way I use it is I put an impossibly high number. Here in this example is 99, because nobody's going to stay for 99 days. Or they might, but, whatever. So they have 3 on the Monday, and then 99 on the Tuesday, which will essentially prohibit anybody from checking in Tuesday. So it forces them to check in Monday, which leaves no gaps, or they can check in Wednesday, which leaves a 2-night gap that you can then fill, right? A lot of people don't want to take these 1-night gaps because you get parties and stuff. So if you want to take 1-night gaps, then you don't need to pay attention to this. But the only other thing you need to know is right here. To set up this feature, you need to reach out to the support team and request that allow min-stay increase feature be enabled on your account, and that's this right here. So if you have not requested that, you're not going to see this box. And what this does is it allows Pricelabs to increase the minimum night stay in this setting. So if you don't have that checked, it's only going to adjust it down or keep it where it is. So you need to request this, and you need to check this box to allow them to move it up. Here you can do the same thing, but for if you want to avoid 2-night gaps, like say if you're managing for somebody who requires a 3-night booking, right, a 3-night minimum, and they have somebody checking out on a Monday, well, somebody could check in on the Tuesday, but then you lose that Monday, or they could check in Wednesday and then you lose that 2-night. The owner doesn't want you to fill it 2, they only want 3s. So you can do, 3, 99, 99, force somebody to do that 3, etc. The way it looks in practice is here. Somebody checked out here. I have 2 in the 99. So this changed to 2, and then this one changed to 99. So nobody can check in on this day. They can check in here, which then I can fill this, or they can check in here, which leaves no gap. So the next level is here, check-in, check-out feature. This only works with certain property management softwares on this list. You can Google this article as well. Just Google Pricelabs check-in and check-out feature. You got some big ones on here. Guesty is not on here. I wish it was. But you got Hostfully, you got OwnerRez, you got Uplisting, Track. You can do it without a property management software. If you just use Airbnb, it'll adjust the check-in only. So what this does is it allows Pricelabs to control which days a guest is allowed to check in and check out. So I can tell Pricelabs, if I have one of those property management softwares, I don't want anybody checking in on a Saturday or checking out on a Saturday or whatever. Most PMS you can do within the PMS, but if you're on that list, they allow you to do it through Pricelabs, which will allow you to use this feature, the smart check-in and checkout settings. The setting currently has 2 available options, block check-in and checkouts that leave orphan gaps. So it's very similar to the previous setup, But the previous setup only covers after a reservation, whereas this one can also cover before a reservation. The way that it works is here, you have this guy checking in on a Wednesday, and he's checking out on a Sunday. So it's going to make this Tuesday no check-ins allowed Tuesday. So somebody can check in here on a Monday and leave no gap, or they can check in here on a Wednesday, which leaves a 2-night gap. And on the other end of the reservation, this is kind of a bad example because they have this Sunday filled in, right? Somebody's checking out Monday. But if pretend this one's green, got this guy checking in Wednesday, so it would make Tuesday no check-outs allowed. So if somebody were to book, it doesn't matter where they start, they couldn't check out on Tuesday. They would have to check out on Wednesday, which would leave no gap, or they could check out on Monday, which would leave this 2-night gap that you could then fill. Once again, if you're trying to avoid 1-night gaps, 1-night reservations. So this is the same thing. To activate this feature, you got to email support@pricelabs.co, and you got to ask them to enable the smart check-in and checkout settings. Some people already have reservations that start on those days, whatever. So they kind of have this like fail-safe here. Allow check-in and check-out on adjacent nights. So that's if something already happened, if you don't want Saturday check-ins, but there's already a Saturday check-out, well, this would like override it for that specific day. And the way that works, see here I have in the bottom right of the little pop-up window, it's got the minimum stay and then check-in, yes, check-out, no, SCO, no, Orphan, avoid, smart checkout, no. So nobody can check out on this Tuesday. They can check out on this Wednesday, or they can check out on this Monday. And that would leave me a 2-night gap.